परिब्रखाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमदेसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद के जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिब्रखाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज शील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraya Nashtaprayesa Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtake. On the most auspicious occasion of the appearance of Lord Balaram, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 2, Text 13. Garbha Sankarshanad Tam Vai Praguho Sankarshanam Bhuvi Ramayiti Lokaramanad Balabhadram Balavuchraya Garbha Sankarshanatam Vai Garbha Sankarshanatam Vai Praguhu Sankarshanam Bhuvi Praguhu Sankarshanam Bhuvi Rameti Lokaramana Rameti Lokaramana Balabhadram Balochraya Balabhadram Balochraya Garbha Sankarshanatam Vai Praguhu Sankarshanam Bhuvi Rameti Lokaramana बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया गर्भसंकर्षणात्तं वै प्राहुः संकर्षणं भुवि रामेति लोकरमणा बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया गर्भसंकर्षणात्तं वै प्राहुः संकर्षणं भुवि रामेति लोकरमणा बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया गर्भसंकर्षणात्तं वै प्राहुः संकर्षणं भुवि रामेति लोकरमणा बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया प्राहुः संकर्षणं भुवि रामेति लोकरमणा बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया संकर्षणात्तं वै प्राहुः संकर्षणं भुवि रामेति लोकरमणा बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया Mataji's गर्भसंकर्षणात्तं वै प्राहुः संकर्षणं भुवि रामेति लोकरमणा बलभद्रं बलोच्छ्रया. What word meaning? Garbhasankarshanat, because he will be taken from the womb of Devaki to that of Rohini. Tam, him, Rohini Nandana, the son of Rohini. Why indeed, Prahuho, people will call Shankarshanam, by the name Shankarshana. Bhuvi, in the world. Ramayiti, he will also be called Rama. Lokaramanat, because of his special mercy in enabling people in general to become devotees. Balabhadram, he will also be called Balabhadra. Balochrayat, because of his extensive bodily strength. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation: the son of Rohini will also be celebrated as Shankarshana because of being sent from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. He will be called Rama because of his ability to please all the inhabitants of Gokula, and he will be known as Balabhadra because of his extensive physical strength. purport by His divine grace. These are some of the reasons why Balaram is known as Shankarshan, Balaram, or sometimes Rama. In the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. People sometimes object when Rama is accepted as Balaram. But although devotees of Lord Ram may object, they should know that there is no difference between Balaram and Lord Ram. Here, Srimad Bhagavatam clearly states that Balaram is also known as Rama, Rameti. Therefore, it is not artificial for us to speak of Lord Balaram as Lord Ram. Jayadeva Goswami also speaks of three Ramas, Parasuram, Raghupati Ram and Balaram, and all of them are Ramas. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakkaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pasnachade Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in this verse, it is described about how Balaram is known by different names. He was attracted from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. Attractive force, Shankarshan. Prabhupada elsewhere describes how this attractive force, which sometimes modern science understands as gravitational force, which actually according to them, science also is keeping actually all the planets in their positions. So Shankarshana does it, which they cannot understand, we can appreciate that, Shankarshan. So this is the seventh pregnancy of Mother Devaki. So before that, there were 6 children born, and it is described how these 6 children have a history, why this has happened like that. So from Lord Brahma's mind, Marishi was born, Marishi. And Marishi, Rishi, he had 6 sons, 6 children. They are very powerful, and once these 6 children of Marishi, they committed an offense against Lord Brahma, who is their grandfather. Marishi's father is Brahma. They said, actually, Brahma was alone. Brahma was from whom everything came, So from Brahma's mind, Marishi and so many rishis came from his arms, from his body, so many different entities. In the beginning, they manifested without the help of his consort. If we have to give birth to someone, then there is a procedure. Male and female has to combine. So it was not the case in the very beginning. Brahma, when he has to create, he was only there alone. So from his mind, people are born like that. From his different bodily aspects, people are come. From the face, Saraswati came actually. Saraswati. She is also came from Lord Brahma. And in one sense, you can consider like Marishi came from the mind, we call him his son. So Saraswati came from the face, she should be called the daughter also. But she was accepted as consort of Lord Brahma. So these Marishi's 6 sons, they made fun of it. What is this? He is supposed to set an example. How he accepted like that? Brahma became upset and he cursed them to be born as demons. So these 6 sons of Marishi, they were born as sons of Kalanemi. Kalanemi was a demon. Kalanemi's sons. And it is described in some of the Puranas. Not all Puranas exactly say the same thing. There is differences always. In some Puranas it is described how in the next birth, after being born as Kalanemi's sons, they were born as sons of Hiranyakashipu. And we know Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to become immortal, which he didn't. And these sons also wanted to become immortal. It's a demoniac mentality actually. And they wanted to also become immortal. They prayed to also Brahma. And Hiranyakashipu became very upset. I wanted to become, you also want to become, what is the difference? He cursed them. Go to Patala. I don't want you to be in my vicinity. They said, no, we are sorry. What to do? He actually gave them the relief, saying that you will be born as 6 sons of Devaki. And you will be killed by your uncle. And that uncle Kansa will be none other than Kalanemi, who is your father in the previous birth. Kalanemi actually became Kansa. In the previous birth they were his sons. Actually he was killing his own sons in the previous birth. 6 of them. So it is stated, Marishi is born from the mind of Brahma and is also representing mind. And this mind is having very close connection with 6 things: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada and Matsarya. Mind is very closely associated. Byproducts: lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness and envy. So, these 6 sons represent these 6 things. And because of the curse, they have to take birth and to be killed by so-called uncle in this life, who was actually father in the previous life. That is why the roles keep changing. Life after life, we don't know who is what connected, actually complicated. So, the 6 sons, when they are killed by Kansa, then as the 7th, Ananta, Lord Krishna's expansion, takes shelter of the womb, because previously occupied by Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya and all. So some kind of purification is required. Want to make the seat completely pure so that Lord Krishna can appear. So it is explained by Srila Prabhupada that how this Shankarsana, who takes shelter, is actually the 2nd quadruple expansion of Lord Krishna. Second quadruple expansion. It is described about how Lord Krishna first expands in the first quadruple expansion, and then second quadruple expansion, how the entire universe is created in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami elaborately discusses about these expansions when he is explaining about the glories of Lord Nityananda. Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari Ji ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So in Goloka, Lord Krishna, original personality of Godhead, he expands first as Balaram, the first Balaram, and then in Goloka, the first quadruple expansion are four: Krishna, Balaram, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Pradyumna and Aniruddha play the pastime in Dwaraka. So in Goloka, Vrindavan is one aspect, Mathura and Dwaraka, different pastimes happen there. So this is the first quadruple expansion. And in this first quadruple expansion, Balaram is the original Sankarshan. Original Sankarshan. And from Balaram, the original Sankarshan, the expansion happens as another Sankarshan known as Mahashankarshan, who actually resides in the Vaikuntha realm. So from that Sankarshan, the second quadruple expansion happens. That is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Second quadruple expansion. So Srila Prabhupada explains, so this is the second quadruple expansion Sankarshan. This is the opinion of various expert commentators. Prabhupada writes, expert commentators. Acharyas have commented, so we go according to that. So it is further explained in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita how from this second quadruple expansion, Sankarshan, the expansion of various Narayana forms happen, as well as he also expands as Mahavishnu and lies down in the causal ocean. And from Mahavishnu's bodily pores, so many universes come, and he glances at the universe and activates them, and he also again expands as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and lies down in the Garbhodaka ocean. And Lord Brahma is born from the lotus which sprouted from the navel, and the universe was created, and within the universe also there is a Swetadip. In Goloka also there is a Swetadip, and within our universe there is a Swetadip in which there is a Shir Shagar, in which Shiro Dakasai Vishnu, same Garbhodakasai Vishnu expands the Shiro Dakasai Vishnu Paramatma feature. So it is mentioned, so in the Swetadip, when the Supreme Lord expands as Shiro Dakasai Vishnu, then same Sesha, Ananta, he expands as the Sesha Naga bed, bed, he becomes bed. It becomes umbrella, it becomes slipper, it becomes couch, pillow, garment. So in different ways, Sankarshan serves the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord. In every pastime, the Supreme Lord accompanies. Supreme is just an expansion. He is not like any ordinary, Jiva. He is Vishnu Tattva actually. Sankarshan, Balaram, Vishnu Tattva. In Vishnu Tattva, the difference is only the devotional mood with which the devotees interact. Otherwise, 6 opulences. Vishnu Tattva. Still, you can understand, he serves in all the aspects. All the aspects. So, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita explains how that original Baladev, original Balaram, is none other than Nityananda Prabhu, who accompanies Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his pastime. So in this way, Balaram serves in various capacities, and to do that, Lord Krishna enables him to take birth before him. Okay. So, Lord Krishna instructs Yoga Maya Sankarshan is there. Please take Sankarshan and place from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini in Gokul. So, in this purport, Srila Prabhupada explains how Balaram is called with different names, Shankarshanas, because he is attracted from the womb of Devaki to Rohini, and because he gives pleasure to the inhabitants of Vrindavan, Braj, he is also known as Ram. So in Braj he is known as Ram. So Srila Prabhupada explains, when we chant the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna we know, Krishna there is no competition. Rama, who is this Ram? Generally, people will think this Ram is Ramachandra, because Ramachandra is very well known, Lord Ram. These devotees of Lord Ramachandra, they may think it is Ramachandra. In fact, the original mantra from the Upanishad is actually Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is the original mantra. But Vedic mantra, only Brahmanas can chant. Shudra and lower than Shudra, they can't touch that. To give an opportunity for low-graded Kali Yuga personalities, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very mercifully reversed it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now, you can't tell this as a Vedic mantra. It's already thoda manipulation kar diya hai. But in a circle, the origin and end are no difference actually. You keep on going in a circle. Where it started, where it ends, what is the difference? So there is no difference in the mantra, or effect of the mantra, but it is little bit front ko back kar diya, back ko front kar diya. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did it especially for the benefit of people of Kali Yuga. Now, this Rama, there are many Ramas. Parasuram is also known as Ram. Parasuram, Raghupati Ram, and Balaram. So, especially those who are in the mood of Braj, they consider this Ram is Balaram, because you are in Braj. Braj mein to, when somebody calls Ram, they are calling Balaram. They are not calling Ramchandra from Ayodhya. Brajbajis, when they call Ram, they see Balaram and call. So if you are in the Braj mood, then this Ram will be actually Balaram. If somebody is regular follower of Vedas, they will say it is Raghupati Ram. ठीक है, Ram to Ram है, क्या problem? But once somebody asked Prabhupada, what is this Ram refers to? There was a discussion. Then this Ram refers to Krishna also. Radhika Raman. Radhika ko Raman. Rama means one who gives pleasure. So Krishna gives pleasure to Ram. So Krishna is also known as Ram. Those who are very absorbed in the Krishna consciousness, only Krishna, then when they chant the name of Ram, they will be meditating on Krishna only actually. When they say Krishna also Krishna, Ram also Krishna. Ram also Krishna. So in that way, this word Ram is so giving pleasure to the devotees. So depending upon the mood, one can take whichever Ram you want to take. So but here we have Balaram. And he, being associating in the pastime, in so many pastimes, he gives pleasure to all the, residents. So we take this opportunity to discuss. So many pastimes are there, but in the pastimes of Krishna in which Balaram is little bit involved, closely involved, let us discuss few of the pastimes with the time that we have, limited time. So when Krishna and Balaram achieved the boyhood, Pauganda Leela, then they were given the cows to take to the pasturing ground. So whole day they were going here and there, and Baladev, he is supposed to be strongest, he became tired. for the pastime. He said, oh, I am very tired. And he laid down on the lap of a gopa. Hey, chalo, let me take a little rest. Then Krishna takes this opportunity to massage the feet of Balaram. Because elder brother, you know, Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. When he had to play certain role, he'll have to do the role properly, no? You can't say that, every time climb something. He was placing, his lotus hand on the feet of Balaram. Yeah, please get relieved. And Balaram also said, yeah, chalo, karo. Elder brother, in that role he has to also play. And after some time, Krishna places it, he became tired by massaging Balaram. He takes rest on somebody's, lap, and some other gopa come and actually massage Krishna's lotus feet. So in this way, when they were enjoying the pastime, some of the gopas, Sridham, Subala and Stoka Krishna, they were telling, hey, nearby Govardhan, there is a forest known as Talavan. So in that, there are very nice fruits, very tasty fruits are there. But nobody goes there because that place is occupied by a demon, Dhenuka, this ass, jackass. And because he is a demon, he was not allowing anybody to come. Then they said, oh really? So let's go there, we'll figure it out, what is the fruits there, let us go. So they all come to Talavan, and Talavan, Tal tree, and it has got wonderful fruits. So some of the fruits can be taken by shaking the tree. If you want to take imli, you don't have to go hunting the imli. You just shake the branch, then imli will fall down, if it is ripe. So you shake the tree. Some of the fruits are taken by shaking only. Small imli, how many times we can pick? Mango you don't pick up by shaking actually. So tal fruit, if it is especially very ripe, you shake it. Balaram, it's a heavy tree. You just shoot. It all fell down. Haribol, Haribol. All devotees were telling Haribol, but then Dhenuka was not telling Haribol. He said, who is this? In my jurisdiction, without my permission, somebody has entered first and shaking. What is this? He saw Balaram is shaking. So he very fast, he charged on Balaram. So Balaram just come to one side, and the jackass, they went, he got hold of the feet, back feet. And then he took the jackass and he was swirling like this. Suppose a small object you take and this tala tree is like a very tall tree. This ass went and it just landed on the tree, and the tree actually came down. Previously tree was high, fell down. So in this way, after it landed from there and fell down, Dhenuka died. And the Dhenuka's associates, they won't leave it that easily, no. Our master is done like this, so we are there. They started charging one after another. Then both Krishna and Balaram, one after another, catching hold of one ass and throwing, all the asses are landing on the tree top actually. All tala trees. And one after another, they died. And after that, all the associates, they enjoyed all the fruits, very tasty fruits. And then they came back. In this way, another day, all the cowherd boys, they were playing games. And when they were playing, one demon named Pralamba Shura, he took the form of a cowherd boy and he entered. For normal eyes it may be. Krishna noticed again. You can't hide from Krishna. You can take external form anyway, anything that you want. You can't hide from Krishna knew, but then he didn't want to disclose. थोड़ा पास टाइम भी करना है ना, immediately पकड़ना नहीं, थोड़ा छोड़ के पकड़ना है. So he disguised Pralamba. Then they made two parties. So they were playing some games. So the rule of the game is that whoever loses the game, they have to carry the person who won the game, carry on the back. So in this way, Pralamba actually fought with Balaram. And Balaram won the game, so the Pralamba has to carry. So Pralamba was carrying him. And then after some time he started running very fast. He said, what? You are supposed to walk, why are you running actually? Then Balaram came to know the Asura's intention. So Balaram, with his fist, he gave one punch on the head of this Pralamba Asura. So when he got that punch, it was like a thunderbolt landing on a hill, and the hill, thunderbolts land on a hill, the hill can break into pieces. It's strong actually. It can break into pieces. So like thunderbolt landed on him, so he was completely shocked and fell down, and vomiting blood, he died on the spot. So in this way, Balaram subdued and killed this Pralambasura in disguise who had come. So in this way, there are so many demons Kamsa sent, all of them never returned back actually. So Kamsa said, since the demons are not returning, let us bring this Krishna to Mathura and we will handle him in Mathura. Because in their territory they are strong. If I bring them to my territory, things will be different. He thought, thinking though you can do it, no. So he decided, he called Akrura and said that please go and bring this Krishna and Balaram. So we are going to have a bow sacrifice and we are going to have a wrestling match. So we want them to come. So please bring this Krishna and Balaram. So we want to have that. So Akrura, even though he knew the plan of Kamsa, he said, "Theek it's a good opportunity for me to go to Braj and take advantage of association of Brajbasis, Krishna and Balaram." Yes. So he came to Braj, and when he saw first Krishna and Balaram, immediately, he's a devotee. He fell at the lotus feet, and Krishna and Balaram also knew that he's a devotee, but his mission is not devotional, but it is on hand devotional also, because helping Krishna in doing certain pastimes, depending upon the way you look at it. So, Krishna and Balaram offered Akrura great respect, and they met, and they were speaking. So what is the purpose? Why do you come? And Akrura then told that Kamsa has invited Krishna and Balaram, but his real plan, Akrura already knew what is his real plan. He said, somehow or other he wanted to bring, so that in the wrestling match, he will engage Krishna and Balaram also, and somehow or other he will kill. That is the plan. So when Krishna and Balaram heard that, they started laughing. He can have any plan, but then Krishna and Balaram said, we should go then, we should go. He is inviting, sometimes, the frog invites death by means of croaking, Rainy season, caw, then snake, udhar hai, theek hai, aata hu, ruko. So he's croaking from Mathura, bring like that, we're coming, don't worry, we are coming. Then Nanda Maharaj said, yes, we all should go. The king, he's a king actually, king, and they are all subordinates. So king is calling means we should go. Yes, we should go. Yes, we should go. So in this way, Akrura took Krishna and Balaram in his chariot. So when they came to the banks of Yamuna, Akrura halted the chariot so that Krishna and Balaram could perform their daily rituals and drink water. So when that was done, Akrura took their permission. Can I take bath? Yes, you can go take bath. Yamuna, opportunity. So he went and he was chanting mantra, Gayatri. And then when he was taking bath, he saw Krishna and Balaram inside the water. As Vasudev, 400 form, Krishna as Vasudev and Balaram as Sankarshan. And he said, what is this? They were sitting there, how did it happen? Then he again came back and saw they are sitting. Krishna and Balaram were sitting and smiling in the chariot. What happened? Again he went back. Again he is seeing Krishna and Balaram, Krishna as Vasudeva and Balaram as Sankarshan on the bed of snake bed, Seshanar. And then the Lord gave him darshan. It is none other than us. We are only there. Don't worry. So in this way, Akrura saw how Krishna and Balaram as Vasudeva and Sankarshan, glorified by all the demigods, Brahma, Vishnu, everything, and he was overwhelmed with devotion. And in this way, he came out and then proceeded to Mathura. So when they reached Mathura, Krishna said, okay, now Mathura has come, you can go home. And Akrura went and informed Kamsa, I brought and left them, so they are there. So in the meantime, entire Gokul also, everyone has come. Because king has called, they have come with all the gifts also. So they were camping. So Krishna and Balaram, they said, let us go and see how Mathura is. They never visited a city, no, they were in a village. Let us go and have a sightseeing. Let us do sightseeing, new place. So when Krishna and Balaram were walking on the street, everyone was coming. The women were coming from their house and seeing from the balcony. So beautiful, both of them were so beautiful. So they were very happy. And on the way, Krishna and Balaram met the washerman of Kamsa, royal washerman. Washerman will be royal washerman, royal cloth, very expensive cloth, you'll have to do careful. Not that you can beat and, sometimes you give it to washermen, they beat and tear the kapada also. If you tear the kapada of the king, so you have to be careful. So, very expensive cloths washerman was bringing. And Krishna said, hey, can you please give some cloth? You are carrying some nice cloth, can we have it? Washerman said, what nonsense, this is meant for the king and who you guys are? And he started chastising actually, Krishna and Balaram. Then Krishna became angry and with the tip of his finger, he doesn't need full energy also, tip of his finger, aisa kiya. Finished. And when the assistants saw these fellows fled, they ran away. They left all the cloth. Arey, kya hai? Ran away. Then Krishna and Balaram, they took the wonderful garments, very expensive garments. Humko bhi pehnne ka, acha kaisa hai dekhne ka. So they wore the cloth which was meant for Uncle Kamsa. Hum pehnenge. So when they wore this, and then they went nearby to a weaver. There are so many people, weaver. When the weaver, see, Dhobi didn't want to give the kapada. When the weaver said, oh, he saw Krishna, he was very pleased. Oh, take whichever kapada you want. They were very pleased, Krishna and Balaram. They gave all the opulence. And liberation in the next. Next, they went to the flower garland maker, Sudama. And he was so happy. He was offering garland and all the, facilities that he had. He may not be a royal facility, but simple facility. Krishna and Balaram were very pleased. And he offered all the benedictions to them. Then when they walked, they came across Trivakra, hunchbacked woman, who was carrying ointments, perfumes for Kansa. All these people are servants of Kansa. See, one servant is serving, another servant is not serving. So Trivakra Krishna asked, hey, what are you carrying jokingly? And can we have it? He said, yes, yes, why don't you have it? Then Lord Krishna put his foot on her feet and he lifted the chin, like, bend enough. And then when he lifted like that, he made the spine was bent, spine ko straight kar diya. Ek push mein kar diya, seedha ho gaya. She said, oh, please come to my house, I want to say, no, we have some important mission. We'll come later. No problem. So in this way, Krishna and Balaram walked and came to the place of bow sacrifice. Bow sacrifice. And they entered the arena. And the bow was kept in a very high pedestal, nicely decorated. So Krishna and Balaram wanted to go and string the bow. God said, hey, you can't go there. So Krishna and Balaram climbed, and Krishna strung the bow, and with the force, the bow actually broke into two pieces. Exactly like Lord Rama broke the bow. Two pieces. They all were very upset. They started, wanted to attack Krishna and Balaram. Krishna took one half of the bow and Balaram took one half of the bow. Half of the bow, sabko maar ke bhaga diya. Everyone ran away. Most of them dead also. So in this way, they came back to their tent and they very peacefully slept. And the news reached Kamsa. My bow is broken and all these things happened. He had a real sleepless night. Sleepless night means, in the mind you keep on thinking something, you don't get the sleep, And all the bad omens. Even without sleeping also he was thinking, and a little bit sleep came in the dream also, he was getting bad omens. Bad night for him, because one day on the eve of his occasion to be handled by Krishna, so he had all these bad omens coming and a sleepless night. So in the morning, the wrestling match, one was bow sacrifice and wrestling match. Then they started beating the drums and kettle, wrestling match is going to happen. So Krishna and Balaram heard the sound and said, yes, let us go. So when they were entering the wrestling arena, so there was an elephant. Kuvalaya Pida, elephant. Very strong, royal elephant, very strong. And when Krishna and Balaram entered, the elephant, the caretaker, so he instigated the elephant to attack Krishna. So elephant caught hold of Krishna with the trunk. And immediately Krishna just slipped out of it. And he went inside the legs. Elephant is so big, he's small boy. He went inside. The elephant is thinking, "Arey, kidhar gaya?" Then he was putting the trunk inside and he was smelling where elephants can smell actually. So he was smelling and trying to catch hold of Krishna. And Krishna attacked the elephant and he broke the tusk. The two tusks are there. He removed the tusk. So you can see. When the tusk is removed, the blood also comes. Everywhere blood, the body with the cloth and all so much blood. And removed the tusk and then put the tusk on the shoulder like this. Victorious. So in this way, he entered the arena. When he entered, different people saw, depending upon their mood. The elderly one saw, like in the Vatsalya Bhava, oh, Krishna is coming. And they were very happy, Krishna is coming, very victorious. Elephant is killed means it is not a joke. They were saying, oh. And different people had different mood. So in this way, on the wrestling arena, there were two strong wrestlers, Chanura and Mushtika. Very strong. Of all the wrestlers of Kamsa, these are the best ones, very strong. And they were like hugely built up. And Chanura said, I will handle this Krishna. And Mushtika should handle Balaram, two of them. And all the spectators, they say, hey, wait a minute, this is not a match of equals. At least appearing to be. Because in matches, same category should be there. Like wrestling match, there is heavyweight, 55 kg category, means both should be in the 55 category. Not that one is 55 category and another is 90 category. Then imbalance, equal. So it was like that. They are like, low weight and these are like heavy weights. And people are saying, hey, this is not, fair. This is not a fair game. And Krishna did not find it unfair. He said, no problem. And they were fighting. It is mentioned. It was like arm to arm, head to head, knee to knee. They were fighting like that. And after fierce fight, Lord Krishna grabbed Chanura, grabbed him, and he whirled him around. Can you imagine a small boy taking hold of this fellow like, as demon? Experience, na? As demon ko kiya, aisa isko pakada. He whirled. And then put him on the ground. Like kapda ko lekar ke aisa sa karke dhamal. He fell down, died on the spot. And Baladev also did the same thing. And Mushika also finished. He also, both the strong wrestlers, they are finished in no time by these young boys, Krishna and Balaram. When there are other standby wrestlers also, they all rushed, hey, we will take. And all of them met with the same fate. And all the spectators were very jubilous. Oh, Hari Bol, Jai, Jai, except Kamsa. Kamsa said, this is very bad. Stop this. We should punish this Vasudeva, Nanda and Ugrasena, these all should be punished. And this Balaram and Krishna should be driven out. Kamsa ordered. When Kamsa ordered like that, then Krishna became very angry. What nonsense you are talking? Krishna climbed the royal throne that Kamsa was seated, and he grabbed Kamsa by hair. Unko baal ko pakada, खींच के डाला, दाओ इधर क्यों बैठा है? Come to the wrestling ring. Wrestling तो ring के अंदर होता है ना. Wrestling dice. Grabbed him. And got over him and gave the death punch you can say, and Kamsa, Haribol ho gaya. That was to happen, so that happened. So in this way, Krishna and Balaram, both of them, performed the wonderful pastime of fulfilling the prediction that Kamsa has to be killed by Krishna. So in this way, Lord Balaram performed several pastimes. I thought just few more minutes we'll have some interesting pastime. Long pastime to cut it short. In the marriage of Aniruddha, the grandson of Krishna and Rukmini, to be married to the granddaughter of Rukmini's brother. So all of them went for the marriage ceremony. Krishna, Balaram, everybody went. And Rukmi called Balaram, I want to play a dice match with you. विनाशा काले विपरीत बुद्धि बोलता है. डाइस मैच को जो बुलाता है उसको विपरीत बुद्धि है. So Balaram said, once you are invited or challenged, the Kshatriya takes the challenge. He said, ठीक है, क्या करना है, चलो करेंगे. तो Rukmi, first round, many rounds in the match, first round. So Rukmi won the game. Lord Krishna always gives the opponent a chance to feel that he is winning the game. So he won. And then once he won the first round, it is not the first round, is the end round, it's only first round. And Rukmi laughed at Balaram. Hey, हमने जीत गया है. ठीक है. सेकंड राउंड करेंगे? हाँ ठीक है. सेकंड राउंड. Balaram won the game. And then Rukmi said, नहीं, ये फाउल है. क्या फाउल है? नहीं, ये ठीक नहीं. When there was an argument whether it is a legitimate win or not, from the sky, Asariri, sometimes Asariri comes to confirm. Asariri said, no, Balaram won the game. Balaram won the game. In spite of that, Rukmi said, Balaram, you may be expert in tending the cows, but you are not good in playing dice. तुम गाय चढ़ाने के लिए ठीक है, ये काम का नहीं है. When Balaram heard that, it's an insult, big insult, right? You don't know playing dice, but you can be good in tending cows. No, you are a Vaishya category fellow. No, you elevate करके आ गए. इतना बोल दिया. Balaram caught hold of him, and he gave one punch on the mouth actually, because he laughed. All the tooth fell down. Dental surgery in one stroke. Extraction of all the tooth. Then caught hold of him, he took his mace, Gada, and he hit him so badly that it's a marriage ceremony. They came and he is killed, and Krishna was there. See, this Rukmi is Rukmini's brother. He cannot say Haribol. Then Rukmini will be very unhappy. He can't say that why did you kill, Balaram will be happy. बोला हम न्यूट्रल है, हरे कृष्णा करके निकाल. कुछ बोला नहीं. He never said good or bad. ठीक है. So in this way, Balaram played this wonderful pastime. Balaram visited also Braj and met with all the Brajbasis, and he also performed Rasalila pastimes with the gopis, and the gopis of Balaram are different than the gopis of Krishna. It's not same gopis, different set of gopis. So one thing is, Lord Balaram is non-different from Krishna in the sense he can perform all the things that Krishna performs, including the Rasalila pastime. So once he was performing Rasalila and he took Varuni, it is like kind of intoxicant, and he said, Yamuna, please come, I want to play in your waters. Yamuna said, this Balaram is intoxicated, kya hai, nahi jayega. Then Balaram took his plow and he dragged, plow is for kheenchne ke liye. He dragged actually Yamuna, so that Prabhupada, right, there are so many tributaries because Yamuna was forced to come. And then Yamuna said, oh, you are the Supreme Lord, no problem. So in this way, when Mahabharat was to happen, Balaram did not want to take any sides. He said, no, I am going for pilgrimage. So why? Because Krishna is taking the side of Pandavas, and Duryodhana was actually Balaram's student. Balaram से association लेने के बाद भी सुधरा नहीं. It all depends upon our inside. Outside में कितना भी देगा, inside नहीं जाएगा तो क्या करें? He said, I am not interested. So in the pilgrimage, he came to Naimisharanya, wherein Roma Harshana, after the sacrifice, they were going to recite Srimad Bhagavatam. So Roma Harshana was seated on the Vyasasana, and Lord Balaram enters the arena. Roma Arshana did not acknowledge and pay respects. Bhagavatam is to glorify the Supreme Personality of God. And that Supreme Personality is coming, Bhagavan. And you say that, Vyasasa ne baith gaya to kya ho gaya? Uttarna to padega na kabhi. He didn't give respect. He said, what? This fellow is going to speak Bhagavatam. He didn't want him to speak Bhagavatam. And he took one kusha grass. He touched one day. Like Krishna with the fingertip washerman, he just the kusha grass. For a great person, even a grass can be a great weapon. He empowered the kusha grass to the level of thunderbolt that, dead. Then all the assembled sages, they said, Are, just now we gave him the benediction that he will give long abhyang. You finished him, what is this? They said, Ho gaya, abhi kya karna? Son is as good as the father. He said, I will give the blessing to his son, Suta, Roma Harshana Suta Goswami. He said, he will live long and he will recite Bhagavatam. Usko bita dayega. They said, you should go for a pilgrimage. I said, no problem. So this is a good opportunity for me. He went on for the pilgrimage. And then finally, he came when Mahabharata is almost over with Bhima fighting with Duryodhana, club fighting. So now Duryodhana is taught by Balaram. So Duryodhana is actually better in the technique, skill. And Bhima is better in the strength. He is very powerful, but Duryodhana also is better in the skill. So it was like a very fierce fight going on. So finally Krishna indicated that this fight will end either in the because Duryodhana was Duryodhana offended Maitreya Rishi. Maitreya Rishi came and advised him, why you are doing like that? So he never liked anybody giving advice that he should compromise with Pandavas. He never agreed with Vidura, he never agreed with anybody actually. Maitreya said, no, he tapped his no thigh. He said, this thigh will be broken by Bhima. And in the assembly of Kauravas, when he told Draupadi, your masters are gone, master idhar aake baito. And Bhima said, unless I break this tie. So Bhima already took a vow to break. Maitreya Rishi confirmed it that it should be broken by Bhima. So it is already destined. So this is an higher principle. And Krishna said, Are bhai, kidhar maar rahi, idhar re bhai. Then Bhima, when he hit with the club on the thigh, Duryodhana was completely shaken. And Balaram did not like it, because student. But then, exactly like when the Rukmi was killed, Krishna took neutral, and here Balaram said, "Theek hai bhai, main ja raha hu, kya bolega abhi?" Krishna wants it. What else can be done? So in this way, Balaram always serving Krishna in various aspects, as we have already seen, as an associate. When Krishna performs his pastime, he comes as Balaram and assists him. When Krishna appeared as Ramachandra, he came as Lakshman, he served him. And he appeared, Lord Krishna, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Nityananda Prabhu, he comes and serves. So in this way, even though he is an immediate expansion, even though he possesses all the power, he serves Lord Krishna in various capacities. So in this way, on this auspicious occasion of the appearance of Balaram, we pray to Lord Balaram at his lotus feet, Lord Nityananda, Lord Lakshman, here their manifestations, that the Balaram is the source of all strength. strength, spiritual strength, strength to be, in Krishna consciousness, and exhibit the mood of service, serving, the mood of service. In that way, we pray on this most auspicious occasion to Balaram to give us strength and give us the mood of service to Lord Krishna, so that we can perform our devotional service and perfect our life, go back home, back to Godhead. We'll stop here. Any questions or comments? हनुमान प्रभु को पहला चांस है. बलराम, लॉर्ड बलराम की जय.
जय प्रभु जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग इंस्पायरिंग क्लास. जो दुर्योधन के जो माँ थे वो महान पतिव्रता स्त्री थे.
क्या क्या?
दुर्योधन के माता गांधारी. तो उन्होंने पूरे जीवन तक अपनी आंख बंद करके रखी. उनके पति देव अंधे थे, उन्होंने भी इसका व्रत पालन किया, आंख खोले नहीं. तो प्रभुपाद जी कहते हैं कि जैसे पितामह भीष्म ब्रह्मचारी थे और विशेष पावर, इसी प्रकार उनके पास दिव्य शक्ति था. तो उन्होंने दुर्योधन को बोला, आप निर्वस्त्र होकर मेरे सामने उपस्थित हो जाओ. तब जब दुर्योधन जा रहा था तब भगवान कृष्ण मिले रास्ते में, और उन्होंने बोला कहाँ जा रहे? बोले माँ को मिलने जा रहे. बोला कम से कम ये केले का पत्ता पहन लो, ये पूरा नंगा जाना क्या है, तो बच्चा है क्या अभी? तो राखे कृष्ण मारे कृष्ण राखे के. जब किसी को कृष्ण बचाना चाहे कोई मार नहीं सकते हैं, और कृष्ण जिसको मारना चाहे कोई बचा नहीं सकते हैं. तो उन्होंने पत्ता तो पहना दिया भगवान कृष्ण उसको. जब उन्होंने आंखें के पट्टे खोले तब उनको देखा ध्यान से, तो उनका सारा शरीर वज्र का हो गया पूरा की पूरा. खाली जंघा जो थी पत्ता पहना था वो छूट गई. इसके कारण भगवान कृष्ण भीमा को बोले आप जंघा पे ही मारो तब ही मरेगा, ऐसा मरेगा नहीं. हरे कृष्ण.
Krishna is supreme in everything. He's a supreme match fixer. ऑलरेडी फिक्स कर दिया. मेरे पास टाइम नहीं था इसके लिए बोला नहीं. धन्यवाद. आगे.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for the very wonderful class. Generally in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has given this whole chapter of divine and demoniac qualities, and there a lot of qualities are mentioned about forgiveness and tolerance. But when we see the pastimes of Lord Balram, someone may think that the Supreme Lord, why can't he exhibit all these qualities which he has mentioned? And Lord Balram is also the Supreme Lord only. So in case of Rukmi and all, one can think that why not the Lord Balram tolerated and forgive Rukmi, why he has to kill? Also in case of Yamuna, what was the need for Lord Balram to become angry? Of course one thing is for pastimes, but still from this angle how can we understand that?
The Lord is Swarat, supremely independent. When he has to exhibit qualities of a devotee, he takes the form of devotee. There he will do. Nityananda Prabhu is none other than, it is explained elaborately by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, that this Nityananda Ram is none other than the original Balaram. He establishes that with all the description, which you won't find anywhere else actually. How the first Chaturvyuha, second Chaturvyuha, Garanadakasaya Vishnu, Garbhadakasaya Vishnu, everything detailed, and the end he concludes, this Nityananda is none other than Balaram. So same, this is Balaram. And they go to Jagai and Madai. What did he do? He didn't take a kusha grass. He didn't take his club. He didn't give a punch. Acha, this Jagai Madai with the pot, earthen pot है ना, इसमें से मारेगा तो भी ज़्यादा लगेगा. earthen pot है ना, जब भी मारेगा तो pot टूट जाएगा पहला, थोड़ा ही लगेगा. earthen pot से कितना है? इसमें से मारा है. बलराम है, नित्यानंद राम. If he gave one punch, only flat था उस समय पे. नहीं किया. Those qualities, what is to be exhibited, he has to exhibit in the particular situation. When they come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they will exhibit that. He is exhibit Vishnu Tattva, Balaram. And then he has to teach a lesson also. How? See, by all these things actually Krishna is teaching lesson. By performing the pastime as Krishna and Balaram, he is teaching a lesson that how we should become. How we should develop the devotional qualities. He is teaching that. How we should develop the 26 qualities. For that what is required they are teaching. But when he is performing the pastime as Krishna and Balaram or Ramachandra and Lakshman, their role is very different there. And the Rukmi, from the day one he was offender. When Krishna went to kidnap Rukmini, from that time onwards he was hating the entire family. But he was only giving the daughter and granddaughter to them only because of the attachment to his sister, that is Rukmini. Not for Krishna and Balaram. Rukmini के लिए दे रहे हो, अरे मेरा बहन है क्या करेगा, ठीक है देता हूँ. So Krishna, Balaram, they decided how to deal with that. That is the best way to do it. Why can't be something else? That with our own material calculation, we may think something else. But that may not be the best at that particular point of time. Krishna's decision, Balaram's decision, in any aspect, is the best decision for that particular point of time, place and circumstance. Balaram did not want Roma Harshana to recite because the Bhagavatam has to come from a completely purified soul. And he found that Roma Harshana is not on that category, so he wanted to replace him. What is your problem? You want the pure message, Bhagavatam has to come from pure message. Simply because you are sitting on Vyasasana and speaking, it is not going to be same. It depends upon the individual speaker, how much purified they are within the heart. And Balaram felt his heart is not that pure to give the pure message. Pure message is going to come from, not so pure source. He wanted a pure source. He wanted Suta Goswami to do it. So he done that. You can't then question that, why can't he be tolerant? Are we going to teach Balaram when to be tolerant and when to be, exhibiting his opulence of strength? At least I am not the person to do that. If anybody wants to find out, he can find out from him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This story of Marishi, how it is connected with the birth of Balaram?
Connected to?
Birth of Balaramji. You stated, Marish, and it is a new story, new chapter, what I feel. I have not gone through all those things.
Because Balaram came as the 7th progeny. Before that 6th progeny, what happened? That is why that came. Who are the 6? They are 6 children of Marishi. And they are the 6 because of the curse they have to be born and to be killed. After that 7. Before 7, 6 will come, That is why those 6 came. Any problem?
No, I have not seen in the Bhagavatam.
So, something to learn.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the nice class. In Kali Santarna Upanishad, we have heard this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. As Hare Krishna Mahamantra we chant, and then Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanashanam Nata Paratara Upaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So I think in some Upanishad it is given as what we chant, and in some it is given as Hare Krishna also.
Which Upanishad it is given the way we chant?
Kali Santarna Upanishad.
No, we have changed it. It is Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. हमारा convenience के लिए हमारे हिसाब से डालने से होता है क्या ऐसा?
We have read this shloka quite a time.
Because we are Hare Krishna people, we are reading like that. We are Hare Krishna people, There is nothing wrong. I am not saying anything wrong. Nothing wrong. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given nothing wrong. But you should know what is the background also, you know. Especially when you are going to, if you are going to talk like this to some Vedic scholar, they will say he doesn't know anything. What is he talking about? Please know what is in the scripture. Scripture, Kali Santarana Upanishad says, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Iti Sodasakam Nam Kalau Kalmasanasanam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he wanted to give us, he said, you start with the Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Iti Sodasakam Nam. That is also 16 only, no? Where you start, where you end doesn't make any difference in a circle. When you are continuously chanting. If you are only chanting once, it makes a difference. When you are continuously chanting, it doesn't make difference. That is what you have to understand. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and we are known as Hare Krishna people, and we are known as Krishna Consciousness Movement. So we are writing the way we want to write. Because we are writing, you think that we can change Kali Santarana Upanishad or what? So if you go to original Kali Santarana Upanishad, go to the University of Mumbai, go to the Indology section, go to Sanskrit book of Kali Santarana Upanishad, figure it out what is there. Don't read our books and say that Amara book mein aisa likhe, aisa to likhega na, fir kaisa he will take it. Because in the Kali Yuga, if you say that I change it and all, people will get confused. So we don't talk much about it. We can talk in the association of devotees. We can't talk with the beginners. So it is, for example, Mara. Can you chant Mara, 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 Mara? What am I chanting? Mara, 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 Mara. I am chanting Mara, Mara. You can hear Rama, Rama, Rama in that, right? No difference. Huh? Valmiki did that. So in the same way, in a circle, beginning and end doesn't make any difference when it is continuous. So what we are doing is perfect. But then, for the Vedic time, the mantra was given that way. For Kali Yuga, aisa ulta karne ka. Okay? Kali Yuga mein sab ulta hi chalta hai na. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ka malum hai. Ye ulta buddhi wala ko thoda ulta dekha to theek dikhega. If somebody is upside down, you show him upside down, it will look real for him actually. So sab ulta logon ke liye ulta dikhega, to then karte sab seedha dikhega. That is the power of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So nothing wrong in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because it is given by that Supreme Personality of Godhead who is supposed to be glorified by that. So that's the question of something wrong. But then we have to know, yes, that is the way we do it, that is why it is. So that when you are dealing especially with outsiders, they should also, yes, we know about, when they say that it is mentioned there as Hare Rama, no, if you say that, aisa mention nahi bolega to wo asega. हाँ हमको मालूम है, सर्कल में क्या फर्क पड़ता है, हाँ अच्छा ये भी मालूम है, ये भी कर रहा है, ठीक है भाई, दोनों मालूम होना चाहिए. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, बलराम भगवान की, बलराम जयंती महामहोत्सव की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे.